was homeschooled at that point. I honestly don't know. There's so many black spots in my head and memory. I've spent the last 5 years, and I started just going inside. I wrote a memoir. I don't know how many pages it is. It was a lot though, and working on it. But I started going inward and looking at some things, and I started just listening to some people that are smarter than I don't know anything about my mom. I'm not part of that family. I'm sure that I have some mannerisms that I have, but there's nothing, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom, but she hasn't really taught me anything. There's nothing from her that I have that is like a passed down thing. It's just not the same. So when I die, that's the end. That's the end of the kin. Well, let's put it this way. No, let's put it this way. CPTSD, complex childhood trauma, needs to be on that DM5 or whatever it's called. It has to be. The fact that it's not is absolutely ridiculous. If you want to have a study on if it's true or not, you can study my God-given life. So I'm trying to find a letter. You can study my life, because my life is what that is, right? Complex childhood trauma is what happens when you have trauma. Is there a lighter anywhere? Trauma. It's complex. It's ongoing. It has to be an ongoing traumatic experience that just keeps happening over years and years and years and years. It's been like 36 years for me. It doesn't always have to be the exact same trauma, but it's in a state of fight, flight, fright, constant, all that. I don't know if I've ever not been in that. And a lot of it stems from like childhood sexual abuse, right? And because that just messes you up, especially if you're a dude, and especially if you're a woman. But especially if you're a dude, don't forget the fact that it's especially bad for women. So now that that's out of the way, that plus at the same time too, you go, okay, well, I mean, he wasn't all bad, right? He was the only parent I had. See, when I went into foster care, they asked all of my aunts and uncles, and they asked my mom. They asked a bunch of family members, hey, there's this kid here. His dad's going to jail. Do y'all want to take him? Does anybody here want to take him? And they're all like, no, sorry. And hey, I don't know what was going on in their life, but they all said no. So. But what happens though is that you look back and you go, well, why was he nice then? Was he nice because it's his son, right? And you go, okay, so does that mean that every time, let's say I was, given a gift or a present, or, taken to a movie, stuff like that, those out of the blue things people do with their kids, was that out of guilt or was that out of love? I don't know. And I don't think I'll ever know. And it's probably a bit of both, to be honest. It's something you just gotta, you lose trust for anybody that has authority over you, so that's probably part of it too, where that comes from, the whole authority thing. I don't trust anybody. There's not a person out there that I trust. Nope. My whole life I've always thought, ever since I was a very young child, some of my first memories is that people were lying to me all the time. Everybody's lying to me, and they're all laughing at me and making fun of me. Now that's a different thing. I thought that because I was not taught and was not told the difference between somebody laughing because you've done something silly or funny or they're laughing at you, right? Because as an only child, I had to kind of figure things out on my own, and we moved so much. I can't even tell you how many times I moved. I've lived in so many people's houses that when I went to foster care, it didn't even faze me.
There was a time when I decided I'd done my best, so I went to pack it in and put it to the test. But I just lay there forever, I could not bring death. And in that moment my eyes were open, I cannot find rest, and so I took my time and wandered through my mind, and I realized you can't kill your disguise. And all the silence minds calm to chaos I could not resist. There are voices all around me, none of them exist. The more I searched, oh baby, and the more that I was shown. And for the first time in forever I didn't feel alone. So I took my time and wandered through my life. And what I realized is you can't outrun time. In the dark I heard a noise, a pain inside my chest. And I looked up into the light, darkness released its grip. And I just smiled and shut my eyes, and laughter burst right through. I can't